let us play a game called Look at Myself. That is, look at yourself. If you examine yourself very closely, you will discover, surprise, surprise, that there are two aspects to your personality. There's a weak side of your personality that is sloppy, that is lazy, that is negative, that is regressive, that gives up at the first sign of defeat. But we have good news, ladies and gentlemen. You will also discover within you that there is a strong side, an ambitious side, a side that says, I will not give up until, a side of you that aspires to greatness. If you look even more closely in your day-to-day life, you will discover that your weaker side always, most of the time for most people, overcomes your stronger side. And up until now, you've been wondering why success eludes you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mario Pedro Gould. You're now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network, and I have a message for you to raise your standard. I have a message for you to play big in the game of life. I have a message for you to desire the development of the success character which will propel you to levels of success that up until now you have not even dreamt of. Today, I was writing an examination in business school, me and two other students. We were writing the examination ahead of time. I mean, one day ahead of the examination date. We had approached the professor and asked for permission to write the exam a day in advance because we had some other pressing commitments and therefore we could not attend the final tomorrow. So after writing the exam today, there was still a class scheduled, later on in the day for the people that are going to write the exam tomorrow. So we had we don't really need to be in the afternoon class after we finish our exam in the morning. So I wrote my examination in management consulting, and my examination was very, very, very challenging, very difficult, and very frustrating because I had worked very hard, and I walked out of the exam room frustrated because I didn't feel like I had done great, and my energy was very, very low, and my weaker side came and told me, hey Mario, you don't have to go to class this afternoon because you're done the course, you've written the final, you have no business going to class this afternoon. Matter of speaking, my other two colleagues that wrote the exam with me decided not to go to class in the afternoon. But my strong side came in and said, hey Mario, why do you write the final? Are you writing the final to get a good grade, or are you writing the final to learn? Why are you going to class? Are you going to class to get a good grade, or are you going to class to learn? What is your standard, Mario? What is your standard? And at that point, when my strong side and my weak side were going to war, I realized that this is a defining moment for me. I realized that I have to play the game of life big as a student and not let my weaker side hold me back. And so I decided to go back to class, went back to class, got very engaged in the learning process even though I didn't have to be there. I was very engaged in the learning process, contributed, and got more knowledge which I will use in the future to build multi-million-dollar businesses. So, this theme of raising your standard, why is it so fundamental? Anytime you raise your standard, anytime you let your strong side defeat your weaker side, anytime you do what you said you had promised to do, you promised yourself you're going to go to the gym, You promise yourself you're going to make the call. You promise yourself you're going to handle your business. Anytime you raise your standards, you gain confidence. You think like a confident person. You talk like a confident person. You walk like a confident person. That is what happens when you raise your standard. Anytime you let your weak side win, you lower your opinion of yourself when your confidence diminishes. And the way you talk, the way you carry yourself is not like somebody who believes in themselves. Anytime you raise your standard, you create a memory in your head of you acting in a big way. And the more you keep acting in a big way, the more you let your strong side win, the more that memory becomes a habit. The more that becomes a habit, you start behaving like a successful individual. Why is raising your standards important in the journey of success? Raising your standards is important in the journey of success because as you begin to raise your standards, you begin to push your boundaries, you begin to take on bigger risks, you begin to take on bigger challenges. And success belongs only to those people who play the game of life at an extremely high standard, ladies and gentlemen. Don't stop until you get to the top. And when you get to the top, don't you motherfucking stop. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Just like a boxer in the ring keeps fighting, keeps fighting, keeps fighting, keeps hitting, keeps pushing until the universe gives up and gives you what you have rightly earned through the power of your will, determination, perseverance, pluck, grit, and a determined will that will not be stopped. Go get it, ladies and gentlemen. Go get it.